What does the probate process look like when you pass away without a will? This will be the full step-by-step process. So the individual passes away, since they don't have a will, all you're doing is grabbing their death certificate and a petition for letters of administration. You will file those two documents at the probate courts in the county where that individual lived. The probate courts will open up the probate process and give you the letters of administration, which gives you the authority to manage the assets through the probate process. At that point, you will do three things in parallel. The first one's going to be, again, EIN number for the estate, open up an estate bank account and transfer all the money into the estate bank account so everything is in one location. The second thing in parallel is going to be taking over the payments for their assets. So it'd be things like their home. You call the lender, call the insurance company, you give them the death certificate to prove that that person passed away, and the letters of administration to prove that you have the authority to manage the assets inside the estate, and you take over the payments out of the estate bank account. Third thing is going to be that you publicly notify creditors that that individual has passed away, and then those creditors will come to you and say, hey, this individual owes us money for these debts that they had when they passed away. Then you will have to use the assets inside the estate to pay those debts off. Then after that, you can distribute the remaining assets out per the intestate laws of that state. So as an example, in Georgia, your assets get split evenly between the spouse and the kids, with the spouse getting a minimum of 1/3. If there is no spouse and only kids, then it will get split evenly between the kids. If one of the kids has passed away, their inheritance goes down to their children instead. And so after you distribute those assets out, you do the final accounting, which will include things like the expenses of the estate, which would be like the mortgage payments, the list of assets and the value of those assets, the debts that were paid off, and then the distributions made out to the beneficiaries. You also put together the petition to discharge you as the administrator of the estate, and then you file the final accounting and the petition to discharge you with the probate courts. They will review it. If they approve it, they will close out the probate process.